Hello guys, this is Reese from Bommarito St. Peter's Volkswagen in St. Louis. Today I'm bringing you a 2026 Volkswagen Golf R. This particular one is Lapiz blue metallic on the exterior with Titan black leather with blue accents on the interior. It features keyless entry on 2 doors, an illuminated front logo, an LED light bar across the front, the R-Line badge here with the blue accents across the front end. Down below you have this new redesigned air intake setup from 2025, and then your adaptive cruise control sensors are all right down here, as well as front assist. You have slimmer headlights on this one, those 19-inch alloy wheels, very nice. The R badge on the door panel here with black mirror caps, panoramic sunroof on this one, quad full exhaust tips at the base of the bumper, and then you also have the black baffles down here. That's where your rear camera is and your hatch release right there. It says R in the center there. The extended spoiler on the back as well. Let's take a look at the inside. So you open this up here, you're going to see this carbon fiber pattern right here on the door panel. Leatherette down here in black and also on the arm pad. Bottle storage in the door here. And then you also have 3-seat memory here. Power lumbar forward and back, up and down, handled here, and then seat back adjust. The embroidered R logo in the leather seats here that are the headrest, and the seat is unified, I should say, kind of like a Recaro race seat. You have blue accents on the edges of the seat here and a carbon fiber pattern on the edge of the bolsters. These seats are heated and ventilated. And as we go ahead and climb in here, here's a look at your digital cockpit right here. You do keep capacitive touch on the steering wheel here. So I have a Golf R, 22 Golf R, and the capacitive touch doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me over physical buttons. They're absolutely fine. I actually like the fact that I can swipe a finger across on the controls here, and totally used to it. Now, oversized paddle shifters on both sides here as well. Giant 12-inch screen right here, or 12.9-inch screen I should say. And your instrument cluster is now different, the same as it was in 2025 and 2026. You got gloss black panels up here, and then your headlights are set up here. Poor weather lights, your max defrost and rear defrost are all right there. Stainless steel pedal caps for the footrest and the 2 pedals down below. And the steering wheel is adjustable, so I can pull out, push in, raise it, lower it, set it where I need it, and lock it back. And I do have a trace of blue down here at the center of the steering wheel with the R badge right there. I keep the R button on the steering wheel here, where I can change my drive modes as well. I also have adaptive cruise control, regular cruise control, lane assist, autonomous emergency braking. All of those good things are still here. And there's my following distance right there. Volume is on the left, song skip and preset skip on the right, heated steering wheel buttons right there, and then my Google and Siri functionality are up there. I can also change my view right here. I have this view here where it shows the adaptive cruise control in the front there, and it shows that my headlights are on in the front end of the car. If I change it again here, I have navigation here, so I can have nav on 2 screens simultaneously. And then also, if I'm doing Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, I can show my nav screen from my phone up here and then the nav on board here, so I can have it in both places. The next view here is going to be this R screen right here, and I have my boost over here. I can change up what's displayed there, and also audio on this side just by hitting a little left button here, and I can go between boost, startup, torque distribution, settings, no display, economy, average economy, total distance, operating temperatures, and performance. So you can have that different things there. On the right side, I push the button over here on the right side, and I can toggle between audio, telephone, torque, G meter, compass, destination info. So if I'm running nav, no settings, travel, distant time and distance, average speed, navigation is probably what most people would do there, or audio. Actually, I'm going to change it back to audio, and then I can also change the center one by arrowing down. I can do gear display, speed, acceleration, GPS, lap timer, and then close out of it. So I have whatever I want to do there. Another view button here is this screen right here with the tack up at the top, the boost over here on the left. Looks a little different. So you've got multiple screens to play with here. So this is actually pretty cool. Distance to empty shown right there, the gear right here. This does, as I said, have travel assist as well, so I can arrow down and change what's displayed here in the middle, long term, short term, or since start. So I have that as well. And then Over here on this screen here, climate control is right here. There's a quick button to get right there, a hotkey that adjusts my, I can adjust my fan speed width and my vents there. I can actually adjust my temperature as well down here by hitting the plus, I'm sorry, the blue or the red. Touching the red goes warmer, touching the blue goes cooler. I can even swipe to do that. And here's my sync button where I can sync both sides. I do have a heated seat and a ventilated seat on both driver and passenger side. So I have that right there for both. So I'm gonna turn that back off. I don't need that on. And it's one tap to turn on high, then medium, then low, then off on both sides here. The home button is gonna take me back back to this main screen right here. And then I do have these 8 little cubes up here to show my widgets. So I can pull that up there. I have telephone, radio, media, navigation, then vehicle, app connect, which does my Apple CarPlay and wirelessly, and Android Auto wirelessly as well. And then I have parking. So I have park assist in this one. And I do also have the rear view camera here. But I do not have a 360 camera in the Golf R. I would think that the Golf R should come with a 360 camera, just like the premium R-Line Atlas does, and the Atlas Crossport. Your assist systems, if I touch right here, here's my list: lane assist, speed warning, emergency braking, the autonomous emergency braking, travel assist, adaptive cruise control, and lane change assist right there. So that's side assist. Settings, of course, date and time and what have you there. Driving modes, so you have eco, comfort, sport, race, and custom. Custom, of course, when you see the little sprocket there, I can adjust. This is my dynamic chassis control. I can adjust all of these different things here, and I can take it from eco to comfort to sport across here on these different categories. That is pretty cool. Then race, of course, you hear the cadence, the engine drops a little bit. There's a drift mode where it asks you, holy crap, are you sure? And then there is also the special mode, which is the Nürburgring mode, and I know I'm butchering the pronunciation of that word, but that is just special, just like it says. I have used that on my Golf R, and I absolutely love it, and it sounds so badass, but it does consume fuel. Your auto start, stop, shut off is up here, and then you also have vehicle right here for favorites. I can get out of that as well, and I can adjust these widgets up here. I can also go between light and dark and change it here. I prefer the dark, actually, and then my favorites are up there as well. The gesture control is gone now. They don't do that anymore on this one when you have this radio, but you do have your vents down below right here. They're in a linear fashion. They go across to the other side and over here as well. For the shifter, it's the same place down here. I push up for reverse. It chimes like an Audi. It shows me that there, and there's my backup camera. I do have trajectory steering, so I turn that wheel left, turn the wheel right. The yellow line moves accordingly. I put it back in park. And then I do also have the start-stop button here. And then there's my e-brake. I just lift up on that guy right there. Gloss black all right here. Storage for pins right here. And then here's a look at your key. The key fob is a chunky key fob here, lock, unlock. And then also the trunk unlock right there. You don't have a power lift gate on this, and there's no option for a remote start. There's your panic alarm right there, and on the back side, this one already has the R badge key back on it. Normally they come with just the VW back, and these come extra in a little baggie, a little goodie bag in the glove box, but this one was already installed. The cup holder, it's an engineering feat here. It does that there where it just kind of comes out and grabs, and you just push back out of the way there. Now, my one caveat here is if you're carrying 2 drinks here, this is not my friend. I don't like this nearly as much as the other cup holders that Volkswagen does when you're carrying multiple drinks. But it does work for one. It works great, and it holds it nice and tight. You do also have wireless charging right here, and 2 USB-Cs here that are backlit so you can see them at night right there. An auto-dimming home link mirror right here with a digital compass. And you have dome lights up here on both sides that are capacitive touch. You just tap to turn on, tap to turn off, just like that. And your swipe for your sunroof, you have a panoramic sunroof with a manual sunshade. That pane of glass goes back, the pop-up windscreen right here. Very nice setup right there. But this auto-dimming home link mirror with 3-door garage door memory and a digital compass is nice on this car. You have a vanity mirror on each side with an LED light above, black headliner. Now, I will say the passenger side over here, there's your glove box there with your manuals in there. This seat is partial power, so there's the loop to slide it forward and back. Over on the side, there's a button for the seat back. but the rest of the seat is manual. There's a handle there to raise and lower that seat in a pumping fashion. And you have bottle storage and a door there. And the armrest right here. There's storage in here, and here's one of those goodie bags. It looks like someone might have done this at the factory or at the port, because here's the other R badge right here, and here's the snap-on that normally would be already on the key fob, so they switched it. And then you have storage right here, so there's that. Now this armrest does lock in place, so I can raise it up, lower it, and what have you right there. And I added a little storage tray to mine, aftermarket, and I also did a screen protector up here for mine, so you can do those things. There's a look at the embroidered seat there with the headrest integrated into it. Very nice. Seat belt adjustable seat belt over there. Very nice. This car is super comfortable, and as I said, it does have the memory seats. You do have also your hazards here, drive mode button here, and climate control buttons right there. The wipers are rain sensing wipers. They're automatic wipers there. Let's take a look at the back seats. There's a look at those wheels right there. And this one comes in at $51,656. Extras on this one are going to include $405 for the auto dimming home link mirror, $296 for the set of monster mats and heavy duty trunk liner, $225 for 3rd year prepaid maintenance, and $1275 for destination. Brings you to the $51,656. This has 1% US Canadian part content, 28% Germany, 20% Hungary. Final assembly point was Wolfsburg, Germany. Engine is from Hungary, transmission is from Germany. Here's a look at those seats back here. These are heated seats on the 2 outboard seats. They're leather. The middle seat is leatherette. There's a fold down armrest in the middle right there that's squishy yet firm. And you have a pass through right there. Adjustable headrest for the 3 seats here. The 2 outboard seats are going to have blue accents on the edge. The middle one's going to be all black. Here's a lever here to fold the seat down. You can fold that seat down and then fold it back out of the way there. In the door panel here, you have leatherette here and also on the arm pad, and bottle storage in the door. And as we climb in here, a little snug right here. I do have my Detroit Lions socks on today, so this seat's back a little further, but I do still have easily about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of knee space back here with this sculpted seat. Phone pockets on both sides right here. Chargers down below that are also backlit so you can see them at night. And then you do also have the climate control right here where you can adjust temperature. You cannot control fan speed, but you can control temperature. And then you also have heated seats for the 2 outboard seats here. So first tap is on high, then medium, then low, then off. There's a look up front. There's a look at the sunroof. Nice solid sound to the doors there. Car seat hookups here and also here. Privacy cover is standard with this car. It comes already installed. Let's take a look at the hatch. There's another look at your wheels right there. And on the hatch here, just open up here. You lift up. Privacy cover is already installed. It mounts here and here. You do also have a front license plate. We'll put that on a request. Cloth mats, rubber mats, German, authentic German first aid kit right there. You do also have a roadside triangle right here installed here for the Euro spec cars. Monster mats right there as well. And underneath the floor here, underneath the cargo covers, there's your subwoofer right there. It's a quick release sub, but there is no spare. You'll get a can of Fix-A-Flat and also a tire pump. That is it. There's handholds on either side to close the hatch. This car will come with a 4-year, 50,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty on it from Volkswagen. 4-year, 50,000 mile and include 3 years of included maintenance. Also, if you buy from me at Bomarito St. Peter's, you're going to get an additional 10 years, 200,000 miles of engine and powertrain warranty, and an additional 3 years of included maintenance. So that's a total of 6 years of free maintenance. Your 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60,000 mile oil changes are all covered. That's a local deal only though with those extra 3. You'll have to come to my dealership. I can't make another dealership give you free oil changes. So if you're interested in this car or another one like it, give me a call. 636-290-4257. 636-290-4257. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram at Reese Sells Cars. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a great day.